All you need is two ETFs. If you've ever spoken to someone, they say, I'm not investing because it's just too difficult, it's too time consuming, I don't know what to buy, send them this video. Two ETFs. This one is a little bit more aggressive of a mix, but we're going to break down this two ETF portfolio. One's going to give you a more defensive dividend growth side, and the other is a hyper aggressive growth ETF that's going to hold some of the most popular stocks in the market. So if you're new to investing or if you've been here for a while, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on future content, and let me know what you think about my simple beginner two ETF portfolio. No one ever talks about this ETF, and I don't know why. We're talking about RoundHill's MAGS, M-A-G-S, the Magnificent 7 ETF, and it's going to have exposure to Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Meta, NVIDIA, and Tesla. And what's cool is it takes these 7 stocks and it clumps them together, and it enables you to buy one ETF instead of having to hold these 7 separate stocks. And there's more to that. If you're new to investing, what you have to do is you have to rebalance your portfolio. For instance, we've seen NVIDIA be really green and Apple be a little bit red. And so what MAGS does on a quarterly basis, it sells the NVIDIA that has been really green and buys Apple when it's been a little bit more red, rebalancing the entire portfolio with everything inside, of course. And so you're just getting exposure to some of these massive companies that are leading industries within the stock market. And that's why I think MAGS is absolutely amazing. Now, there are some downsides. It's a little bit expensive, 0.29%. In comparison to a lot of the Vanguard funds that are 0.05 and so on, it's a little bit pricier, but it has a massive AUM of $3.6 billion, and it has been active for quite a long time. It's been around for a couple of years now, which we know the Magnificent 7 have been around for a lot longer than that, but it does give you a little bit more of a tracking record so you can see how this ETF has been performing. Now, personally, between all of these, I'm not a big fan of Apple stock. Microsoft is okay. I'm a big fan of Google, Amazon, Meta is okay. I'm a big fan of NVIDIA and Tesla. But what this does is it also helps me be a little bit more diversified. Like I stated earlier, Apple hasn't been doing as well and NVIDIA has been doing extremely well. But buying into this ETF, I hold a little piece of each of these companies. And you can put as much money into this as you want. And so that's why this is going to be 70% of our portfolio, right? Because again, we have another ETF to look at. But one thing I want to say is this is also a very aggressive approach to investing. So these companies are very large, but large companies can and have and will fail again. Although I don't believe any of these will fail anytime soon, you never know. That's the risks that come with investing. So this one being so aggressive, if you're looking for something more diversified, you could go with the NASDAQ 100 or the S&P 500. But there is a reason I'm selecting MAGS for this aggressive portfolio, and I'm going to show you right now. We are looking at the Seeking Alpha Total Return tool. And what we have is MAGS, SPY, the QQQ, which is the NASDAQ 100, the Russell 2000, which is IWM, and Gold, GLD, all plugged in here. And what you can see is MAGS is the blue. This one has been the top performer for quite a while, since the inception of this ETF. And that's because a company called NVIDIA has really carried the Magnificent 7 over this time period. But a lot of them have been doing well. And one thing that's interesting to note is the Mag 7 are riddled throughout the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ 100. So if you do want more exposure to just more holdings, you can easily swap that out for any of these ETFs. IWM, the Russell is different and Gold is different. But I mean, look at the tear that Gold has been on. Gold is in second place, and it's only because it's had a very steep drop over the last couple of weeks. MAGS has as well, but look at the performance. I mean, MAGS was up 140% when QQQ was only up 71. And this goes on over and over and over again, although MAGS does get hit really hard on these pullbacks, as we can see, but then it just seems to rally. And so that's what I absolutely love about this. When we're looking at the holdings, we can actually see MAGS is a little bit different because they're holding with swaps involved, but NVIDIA, Apple, Meta, the Magnificent 7, Tesla. But we can see the largest holdings for SPY and QQQ: NVIDIA, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon. Tesla is a large holding, Google. They have also Broadcom. That's not on our list, but then also Meta and so on. So if you want more diversification, you can go with one of these other ETFs. It's very simple. If you want to do a certain percent of gold in your account as well, I wouldn't say that's a bad idea. Bitcoin, not a bad idea. It just depends on what you're targeting. But if you're new to investing and you're really aggressive and you want to just let this sit and run for any period of time, like let's say 20 years, then MAGS has been one of the top performers. I'm not saying it's going to continue to be one. I'm definitely not saying that. We don't know what's going to happen in the market, especially with everything that's been going on. What I am saying is MAGS is not talked about enough because this ETF is an outperformer, but people seem to be a little bit worried because of just these 7 underlying holdings. So now we're going to switch completely. We're going to go into a defensive ETF that I guarantee, even if you're relatively new to investing, you have heard about. And not only is it defensive, but it also produces dividends. This is not the first time I've spoken about SCHD on this channel, on my larger channel, and it definitely won't be the last. This is the Schwab US Dividend Equity ETF with the objective of tracking, before fees and expenses, the total return of the Dow Jones US Dividend 100 Index. Now, if you are the targeted audience for this video and you're new to investing, there's a couple different kinds. We have growth, which is supplied by MAGS, and then we have dividend or income, which is supplied by SCHD. And what's interesting is SCHD targets a couple metrics that are really important with dividend investing. And what that means is you're not going to get a ton of distributions. A long-term goal for a lot of investors is to live off their dividends one day. And a lot of people are going to use SCHD to accomplish that because of how they run this thing. So they say it right here. The fund can serve as part of the core or complement in a diversified portfolio. You have potential tax efficiency. In this index is focused on the quality and sustainability of dividends. What that means is they're not just looking for something with an ultra high yield like 10, 12%. They're looking for quality dividends that can be ongoing for any period of time and sustainable, meaning the companies have a lot of cash on hand to continue paying out those dividends, which is really important. Whether or not you're living off your dividends right now, this is very, very important. And one thing that's interesting is SCHD has been booming right now. But I'm not going to showcase that just yet. I want to talk about the expense ratio being 0.06%. This thing is cheap to own. And so I recommend, if you want to know more about SCHD, check out my channel. I'm sure you can find some videos on it. And let's showcase the difference in performance between MAGS and SCHD. SCHD is also substantially larger than MAGS with a $98 billion portfolio. And again, it's a bit cheaper. And it's been around for quite a bit longer. So what we're looking at now, if I don't factor in dividends, we do price return, we see that SCHD is still up almost 9% compared to MAGS is 21%. When we factor in those dividends as well, it gets a little bit closer with SCHD up 12.99%. But look at this. For a long time, MAGS has been outperforming. Although in the volatile market we saw early in 2025, it underperformed SCHD for a little bit and then absolutely ramped up. And at one point was up 41% compared to SCHD that was down 2%. That's kind of a hard pill to swallow if you're an investor watching one of your positions significantly underperform the other. But that is the point of this style of portfolio. Long term, I believe growth will outperform, but you do have some defensive capabilities with SCHD. Now, SCHD started to flip as soon as markets got a little bit rocky. We saw a lot of bad news hit. We saw markets start to trail off. And so investors pulled their money out of things like MAGS, out of the NASDAQ, and even out of the S&P 500. And of course, a lot of single stocks like NVIDIA and Tesla, and pumped them into something like SCHD and ticker VYM from Vanguard, a similar fund, because of its safety. Because we weren't sure what was going to happen. Are we going to be at war for a long time? What's the market going to do? Are we going to see a crazy crash? And so with that, SCHD started to really move. It's up 16.43% in this time span. And although it has pulled off a little bit and we've seen a little bit of a rebound with MAGS, I do think 2026 is going to be an excellent year for SCHD. But only time will tell. But what is key with this portfolio is you have income and you have growth. And the income is safer. They're going to compound those dividends over time. You should be very well set by the time you are, when you're 20, 30 years into the future. And SCHD with those compounding dividends can really grow rapidly. And then, of course, with MAGS, you're just going to hold it for the long term because I believe in 20 years, the Magnificent 7 are going to be substantially higher than they are today. So I hope you guys did enjoy this breakdown of a very simple and aggressive 2 ETF portfolio. Let me know what you think about my selections. If you think it's too risky with MAGS, if you would go with the NASDAQ 100 or the S&P 500 tied in with SCHD, which is not a bad idea whatsoever. So I hope you guys did enjoy. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you're new to investing, you are in the right place. I would love it for you to join my community. It's linked down below for those that are interested. And as always, I hope to see you guys in the next video.